What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you some basics for improving the sound of electric guitar using just two plugins from the Manny Marroquin Signature Series. We're going to do a quick and basic touch-up using the Manny EQ and the Manny Reverb. So let's dig right in. All right, this isn't a surgical EQ. It's a simple, straight-up, easy-to-use 6-band EQ, but each band emulates Manny's personal favorite hardware EQs, so you're getting the sound character of a combination of boutique units and very musical results. Now just remember, it's important to make EQ adjustments in the mix. It's more important that the guitar sounds good in the mix than soloed or by its own. But I'm going to solo from time to time, just so you guys can hear what the Manny EQ is doing. All right, we're going to start by removing unwanted low end. This filter is inspired by Manny's personal SSL 9080 XL K-Desk. I'm going to bring that up. Right there at about 70 hertz is good. And that also creates room for kick and bass in the mix. All right, now you have band 1 for the lows. Here, the 50 hertz, 140 hertz, and 250 hertz cutoff points come from Manny's personal Quad 8 EQ, and the 110 and 220 hertz cutoff points from the Neve 1073. All right, so let's say your guitar sounds a little too boomy. All you need to do is sweep to find the problem. Right there at 140 hertz is where you hear that boom jumping out, and that's where you want to reduce. All right, so I took that down to about -2, and that cleans up the low end just a little bit. All right, on band 2, we got the low mids. 250, 400, and 1500 hertz emulate Manny's Quad 8, and the 320 and 800 hertz cutoff points come from Manny's Motown EQ. Now on guitar, this is where most of the body and fullness is, but you also have those frequencies between 400 and 800 hertz that tend to sound boxy. So again, I'm gonna boost and sweep. All right, hear how it got boxy at 400 hertz? So let's play it back and adjust. All right, I like the way it sounds right there at -5, but it's less about the numbers and more about taking it to where it feels good in your mix. All right, band 3 is the high mid-range. 800 hertz and 5K are inspired by Manny's personal Motown EQ. 1.6 and 3.2 kilohertz are inspired by the Neve 1073, and 8 kilohertz by the API 550B. We can use band 3 to add a little more presence. Again, same process here. This time I'm gonna boost to find the sweet spot instead of the problem. Let's adjust this in the mix. All right, so I ended up liking the way it sounded at 3 kilohertz, and I ended up boosting about 3 dB. All right, now band 4 is inspired by the Avalon 2055. You got the shelf or the bell shape. Let's see if we can add just a little bit more air to the sound. Check it out. All right, so I ended up boosting at about 10K with the bell shape, and that gave it a little more air, a little more clarity. All right, last is the low pass filter. Same as the high pass filter, it's inspired by Manny's personal SSL desk. I'm gonna use it just to roll off any unnecessary high-end noise. There's not too much harmonic content going on guitar-wise past 10 kilohertz, so let's bring the low pass filter to about 12K. All right, let's A/B that real quick. Here's the before and after. All right, an important thing here is not to pay attention to the numbers, just trust your ears and how it feels in the mix. This plugin emulates the behavior of a combination of different analog EQs, so the adjustments you make and the results you get with the Manny EQ are very pleasant and musical. All right, now let's move on to the Manny Reverb. Really easy to add life and character to any sound quickly on this plugin. We've got 6 standard reverb types, and right underneath you got 3 sizes. I just want to give the guitar a little depth without making a mess, so I'm going to start off on a medium room. All right, we're gonna keep the time at 100% and the pre-delay at 0. Now let's adjust the reverb amount. I like it right there at about 23, but feel free to adjust for what works for you. Now let's reduce some of the lows, just to prevent any low-end buildup or rumble in that 60 hertz area. All right, let's check out the mids. All right, so you see I ended up taking this to about 12, and that brought out some of the snap of the guitar. All right, onto the highs. It got a little harsh on top, but I ended up barely touching it. I like the way it felt at about 3. All right, now we also have the comp knob, and this basically sets the reverb's dynamic placement in the mix. Check it out. All right, so bringing that up a little gave a little more presence to the overall ambience. All right, now down here, you've got a few extras. We got the phaser here, and we can use it to thicken up and add some vibe. Check it out. All right, we can warm up the ambience a little more with the distortion. All right, and then you have the wet-dry control, where you can set the balance between the dry and the processed sound. All right, so now that we've made our adjustments with both the Manny EQ and the Manny Reverb, let me play it back for you so you can hear the overall difference. Here's the before. And after. All right, and there it is, a quick tip for shaping electric guitars using just 2 plugins. Now make sure you check out waves.com/Manny to learn even more about the Manny Marroquin Signature Series, a set of 6 plugins created in collaboration with 8-time Grammy-winning mixer Manny Marroquin. These plugins are versatile and emulate the processing chains and sound character of some of his favorite gear. So definitely head over to waves.com/Manny to check those out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest tips, tricks, and more from Waves Audio. And until next time, thank you for watching.